Hello and welcome to The Footprint. My name is Samuel Atamensa. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be zeroing in on our guest for today. We are here to have a conversation with a very important personality in Ghana, somebody who has committed himself passionately to the development of this nation in various fields. Now, this person has spent time working in some of the important institutions in this country. And I would want you to watch this video that is coming up next, which is going to introduce this person to you. And then when the video is done, we'll come back and then have a conversation with him. We'll be right back.
Former IGP Christopher Kobla Dewornu was born in July 1934 in Kliko in the Ketu South District. He started school at the age of 13 and also furthered his education in the United Kingdom, the United States, and in Ghana. In the police, he led key national and international operations. Dewornu spent 54 years in public service and has been chosen as a member of the Council of State twice. Before joining the police service, Dewornu was a customs officer. Christopher Dewornu will tell the rest of his story on Footprints now.
So, IGP CK Dewornu, it's good to have you on the program.
Thank you very much.
So today we have visited you in your home.
You are welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You haven't changed much.
You don't know what is taking shape in Dudu Forest.
Because, you know, as a young man growing up, I remember seeing you on television every now and then, especially during 6th March.
Yeah.
And the IGP CK Dewornu in his immaculate dressing and taking the salute but years down the line, it's been 30 years.
Yeah.
It's been 30 years since you exited. And you are still looking well, I must say.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Looking well, yes, thank you. You must thank the Almighty God for keeping me in this shape, you know.
So, can I say you started your real career as a customs officer?
Yes, a customs officer. Okay. And I was, after a while at Accra Beach, I was brought to the airport.
Yeah, as a customs officer?
As a customs officer, yeah.
Okay. Let me get back to you.
We call it SEPS, Customs Preventive Service Officer.
Good.
You know, and let me put it this way. Over here, we were attached to the Customs Baggage Examination Center, where we examine passengers' baggage.
Okay.
And we bought aircraft and rummage aircraft.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. As a young man in those days in SEPS, you used to control a lot of money because they were rich. You don't recall?
No, HM Customs.
At that time, they hadn't started a thing.
No, we had not even attained independence yet.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
But let me fuse the two, you know.
Okay.
When we got to the airport, when we were attached to the airport, we started, doing the normal maritime duties of customs. And when Ghana was about to attain independence on the day of, on 3rd March, I think so, 6th March, is that right?
6th March, yes.
6th March, yeah, 6th March, 1957. Some of us were drafted as special policemen to assist the regular police to control crowd. And I was one of the members who was on duty on the day independence was
Wow.
proclaimed. Yes, I was at Polo Ground. I could show where I was standing on the
in the
day.
pictures.
Not very far away from the days anyway.
Wow. And how was the feeling?
Oh,
You felt triumphant.
Very, very happy. Everybody, we were all. In fact, we all lost our head. I must confess. We say, this is independence. So this is independence, Wow. And from there, we were made officers of customs to handle, customs operations at the airport.
Mm-hmm.
And can I tell you an encounter I had?
Go ahead.
Yeah, about 1958 or thereabout, I was on duty at the desk, the customs desk, and
At the airport.
At the airport.
Will this be Kotoka International Airport?
It wasn't Kotoka then; it was just Accra Airport.
Accra Airport. Yeah.
Very.
Kotoka will be later.
Later,
much
that's
later.
right.
Yeah.
And when I came to the office around 7 o'clock in the evening, I went through a corridor to my office. No, in fact, in the office, actually. One of the officers was writing at the desk on the right. And I felt a shower on my side of the head. So, who is spitting from outside? I turned my face. I couldn't see anybody. So this man said, "Oh, CK, how are you?" I said, "Good evening, Mr. Dewornu." They said, "Oh, CK, how are you?" Before I could answer very well and thank you, I was talking to a spitting cobra.
A what?
Spitting cobra in the office. It came through the window and was so close to me. It spat in my face and across here. It was terrible. I've never seen a thing like that. Black spitting cobra. Very long. So
And it was on trying to attack?
Yeah. Well, spitting cobra never likes anybody to disturb its presence, Wherever it is, it guards very strongly against any enemy, intruding. So it was probably Louver glass had come to the country, not
too
long,
yeah.
So it was on the louver through the
window.
The window, yes. I don't know. Oh, was it louver? No, the louver was ahead. It was the balustrade window. That's right.
Okay,
it went through it this way and was hanging there. So I saw it and I said, "Mr. Dewornu, a big snake is in the room." So I dashed forward with my judo training at the time too, and lay flat on my chest. I crawled to outside. When Mr. Dewornu saw the snake in the room, hell broke loose. But we were very lucky.
Mr. Dewornu, Gaman.
Yeah, Gaman, yeah.
Who hasn't been to the village before? Seeing a snake.
He said, "What is this snake doing here? The snake is made for me. It's come to attack me." I don't know. I was lucky. My colleagues rushed very quickly
and killed the snake.
And I was rushed to Kolebu. Kolebu that night. A white eye specialist was on duty.
Wow.
And he tweeted me, he said, "Young man, you are very lucky. Young man, you are very lucky. What were you doing? Kissing snake? Because the poison was on my top of my lip. I was just lucky to be alive. That's all.
Wow.
This snake would have beaten me right on the head. Yeah, but God being so kind, good, I survived it. So.
And at work of all places.
Airport
of all places. Maybe the people thought that you were traveling, so they sent the snake to stop you.
And it made me to have a lot of this in the eye. I occasionally, when I look straight into the light, my eyes become very watery, And
wow.
But that's not.
But you survived.
I survived. Yes,
you survived. And this will be around about 60 years ago.
Yes,
or more.
Yeah. And when I resumed duty after that incident, there was this issue involving Aram Ponsa. You remember the first coup
The
d'etat?
politician,
Yeah,
yes.
the politician. His luggage was. I was standing at the point where his luggage was, and we knew, and we were told that members of parliament must be placed above suspicion. They are diplomats, So when he came, I know him. I recognize him. Say, "Good morning, sir." I said, "Good morning." He said, "You are traveling?" He said, "Yes, sir." I took his passport, saw his declaration, his baggage, nothing to declare. In those days, even export examination was necessary because Ghana had so much. We guard seriously against exportation of gold, diamond, and the rest of these minerals. So I look at his declaration form. He said, "Nothing to declare." So I I hereby certify that this man had passed through the controls, and he went away. 2 or 3 weeks later, this man came back, and as if by coincidence or by whatever, I was standing at the point where his luggage was brought again, and I clear him again like before, clear him in. Some weeks later, I was accosted by the high-power officials from the police, CID, the BNI, not the BNI.
Special branch?
Special branch, yes. Say, who cleared? Your signature is on the form of Mr. So and so. Why did you? What did you see in his luggage? I said, I didn't open his luggage. He said, why didn't you open it? I said, no, I know him as a diplomat from Parliament. He said, but he should have done something more than just allowing him in. I said, no, nothing. I was young and, the bully, so, I stood my ground and said, no way, I did not open this man's baggage. So later, this question of trying to coerce me to say, oh, I did a cursory look at this and I saw recruitment. I said, sir, that word recruitment, I don't understand. What is it? I say it's military terminology, the military uniform. I said, no, I don't even know that. So I haven't seen it. I didn't open the luggage. But anyway, the long and short of it is that I was subpoenaed to appear as a witness at Granville Sharp Commission of Inquiry. And what am I going to say? I think Geoffrey Bing and the big shots called me and said, do you know we are handling an issue that will eventually reach the Prime Minister? That's Kwame
Nkrumah, yes.
I said, well, I did not open this young man's luggage.
But at the time, had you been told about what they were looking for?
No, they said he had imported military equipment, for the purpose of aiding coup d'etat. Even that word coup d'etat, I didn't hear of it before. So I don't know what they are talking about, So he, Whitey, he said Whitey came to bring him at the airport. I said, I don't know the gentleman. He said, Major Whitey. He said, no. I was a bit taken around, in circles, but I stood my ground and refused to accept anything being forced on me.
That must be a defining moment in your customs career.
Yeah, even there were more.
Wow.
Before I went to this place. So finally, I attended the commission.
The Granville Sharp Commission.
Several times. And nobody called me. No. Every day I dress up to go to the commission, sit down very conspicuously as a witness. But they didn't find my evidence
useful
of any value. So
you're not collaborating.
No. I wasn't playing the ball, And my colleagues, they said, look, this may be the end of your career. I said, I don't care. In our house, we are trained to speak the truth. The truth, we live by it. And I've inculcated this in my children. Say, even if it should amount to, come on, losing your head, come on, go into it. Never, ever tell lies to subvert any evidence, So, but Europeans were training us at that time too, And the guy who further recommended me to take a course in the UK also came over. I was doing a correspondence course at that time too. He said, look, stick to your position and be what you are. They won't do anything. He encouraged me, and I stayed on. After the evidence given by various people, mine was very necessary to seal a point, but they never...
They disregarded it.
It was disregarded. So wherever Mr. Aramposa got the recruitment from, not through my purview,
Yeah.
And this actually made a very big impact on the whites, who found me to be very steadfast from day one to the end of...
on your integrity.
Yeah, the integrity, that's the word. And after that, I started gaining impetus, in the job, studying very well and working very hard, very diligently. And it came as no surprise when, on one occasion, I was selected to, under Ghana, British Ghana Joint Service Team, the service training team, to go to Britain.
You were busy at the time with customs.
Yeah, so we were floating, waiting for our promotion when Osajifo in 1962 decided that that our branch should be absorbed into the police.
Oh,
you see, because we were the first point of contact with people coming into the country, and going out too.
Wow.
So we got absorbed into the police system. And I was posted.
Were you disappointed at the time?
I saw it as a continuity of my career, because they were not taking anything away from us. They say, come, and of course there was something very, very good in this absorption. When at the point was the president increased the salary of the police about 100%. And this never affected us, who are
the new
civil servants.
Okay.
The police were in a different category with the military and so on. So we were sort of left behind
as customs people.
As customs people. Not only customs. The police service was raised above the rest of the services of.
So now you had the opportunity to be part of it.
Yeah, and
now were you moved into police as officers, or you had to start from?
It's again a very funny situation. When I returned from Britain with my colleagues, I think I did very well there, and I was the recommendation from that area to the the control of customs and excise in Ghana was that I saw the recommendation to myself. I was to be attached to the training officer and be a training officer understudy. And I even saw the salary that I was going to take. That's £1,132 per annum. At that level, a very big position. It shot me very much up to the. But what happened was, you can't climb to that level without going through chief executive officer class, and that was about 500 or 600 pounds per annum, and then you go to 680, 7 something, and so on. And the senior who went with me, 2 seniors who went with me, weren't going to take that money, and you can imagine what the whole thing was going to be. So I was made an inspector. At Takoradi Harbour, and I worked for about. And then I was attached to an officer at Takoradi. To train with them. But we had the basic training from customs. We knew search, arrest, preparation of docket. We knew judge's rule. We knew prosecution. We were taking our own cases.
So the basic elements,
and parade and so on.
Good.
I only got involved in Customs Police Act 2930, for that matter.
Okay.
And,
so now you are a policeman.
Then I became a policeman.
So-called. We will come back as he takes us through his police life, and whether at the beginning he ever thought he would one day become the Inspector General of Police. We'll be right back. So which year did you finally become an inspector?
1963. September, to be precise,
1963. It's interesting how people your age remember every date.
Thank you.
We have mixed everything up. So inspector, and you were posted to Takoradi. How was it like? Takoradi was a very active, not too big at the time, but very active with nightlife, we are told.
You're right. After the Find a Bomb program at Takoradi, of course, things were so tight.
What program again?
When Kwame Nkrumah's
the Kulungugu?
Kulungugu, that's right. Find a bomb.
Well, we are lost.
That was 62, 63. So we went through that kind of service there. And when the situation simmered, of course, we continued with our normal police duties. Those who were drafted from elsewhere to assist also returned to their points. And we were still attached to handle customs operations at the Takoradi Harbour.
Even as policemen?
As policemen, And not long, because we haven't got so much time to go through the nitty-gritty of our operation there, I would just jump a point and bring you up to the level where that service, that branch was again taken over by a new formation. That is the Border Guard.
Border Guards.
Yes. Created by Kwame Nkrumah. So those of us who were handling that aspect of policing were asked to continue with the Border Guards. So it was like a transfer again.
Wow.
I'm talking about the kind of changes we went through.
But you were not moved to become.
We were not responsible to the control of customs. We were responsible to the head of police. That is the commissioner of police at that time. And we worked there for about 3 or so, 2 years.
All in Takoradi?
all in Takoradi. And
did you learn the language? The Fanti language?
No. That time we had no time to learn language. We were just running around our job, you know. Well, we'll pick a bit of the language anyway. But what I want to say is, when we came at the point, let me remember the chronological sequence. Let me put it this way. Yes, I remember. So we came to a point where I was asked to transfer. In fact, they transferred me to Tema Harbour. And the purpose is to help train the young ones on customs duty. Again, at the port. That is examination of passengers' baggage, rummaging of vessels, assessment of duty on imported items, you know, cars, everything, you know, and also taking charge of the Eastern Corridor, by preventing smuggling by, you know, those canoe men who go to Togo and the rest to bring this in to the harbour, because I had very good knowledge about boating, you know, around that area. So after service in that area, we were asked to go to 1965. The border guard had promoted us. So I became an officer of border guard with an equivalent rank as ASP in the police. So after the coup in 1966, we were asked to go to the police college. So that's how I went to the police college for the 6 months training. After training from there, I returned to Tema Harbour, but was assigned an extra responsibility to train the boys now at Winneba. So I was driving from Tema to Winneba to train nearly every day. And yes, because there was no accommodation for me to be there permanently. And after a year or so, at that place there, I was sent to the airport, Accra Airport. I handled airport again for the same purpose.
This time there was no Kobla.
No Kobla. No, I think the Air Force areas, the air view, the air side area of the airport was now cleared, and new quarters, etc., were built for Air Force people around that area. So I think we suspect the snakes might be coming from there,
from that side,
run across the tarmac, maybe.
That's true. That is true.
Anyway, after the police college training, I worked at
So you went into the police academy?
Yes.
As a policeman?
As a policeman, yes.
Already, yeah. So now it's like an officer course?
An officer course, yeah.
Okay, good. So now you've become a policeman, and your experiences as a real policeman would begin. So where did that take you? Out of Accra?
Not immediately. At Tema Harbour, I earned another scholarship to go to United States to train.
You were a fortunate man.
Thank you very much. Yeah, with others, and after under America, USD, you know.
USAID?
USAID.
USAID, yeah. USAID, yeah.
Went to Washington, D.C., where we were sent to International Police Academy, opposite Georgetown University. So we trained there, and after the training, some of us were selected to do specialist a course. And I was sent to Fort Bragg to do counterinsurgency and anti-guerrilla warfare. a kind of course that is designed to assist the military in time of insurgency and this kind of thing. And
no, you're a proper policeman.
Thank you.
But I noticed that at some point you did cybernetics.
Yes, that was when America started, or they projected in 1969 that by the year 2000 and beyond, there will be a cybercrime. And the name is cybernetics. So it's a study of cybercrime through scientific
machines and stuff
approach to that. But when we studied that course and came back to Ghana, we were very disappointed. The most sophisticated machine we had
was a typewriter.
Electronic typewriter and an adding machine.
Abacus.
That's actually like a computer.
Yeah.
But I, because of my experience at Fort Los Fresnos in immigration control, customs operation, vis-a-vis the police training, I was posted to Doma Henkro when I returned from the U.S. You know, it's a beautiful experience, I must confess. You know, having been there, I combined police job with other agency work, working on behalf of some departments who, by reason of budgetary constraint, couldn't assign their own men to that area. Like Bank of Ghana Exchange Control, we were doing that. We were also responsible for phytosanitary operation, that is plant quarantine.
Phytosanitary. You lost me there.
And then veterinary, even meteorological.
You were just passionate about getting work done.
Yes, thank you very much.
So how long did it take you to get to?
So, from Doma, on inspection by Mr. J.H. Kobla, he said, this young man must be sent to the training school to impart his knowledge.
Now, who is this J.H. Kobla you talk
the
about?
former IGP.
Yes, okay, right.
So I was posted to Winneba again.
From Doma
to Winneba, yes.
This time to go and stay there.
That's right. So I stayed at Winneba for about 2 years.
Wow.
Training I was made a second in command to the training officer. So we trained these men. This time, we're all policemen then. So we trained everybody. Those who qualified to go to the border were sent to the border. Others to CID, others to general duties and so on.
So this will still be in the 60s?
No, beyond 60. That's 1971, 72. Yes.
Were you ever affected by any of the early coup d'etats?
No. No. I wasn't affected.
You were just minding your business.
Yeah, that's right. But we play parts, on assignment. Go and get this.
Go and catch this man. Who was the biggest catch you made?
They are still around.
You mean they are still? They may be watching.
They are watching, yes.
So between 71, fast forward to the 80s. So you worked as a senior police officer through the leadership of General Kutu Achampong, Akufu, until June 4th, 79.
That's right. At Takoradi, at Winneba, they posted me again to Takoradi. And at Takoradi, I remember I did a very big job there. A job I always take a very big pride in saying it aloud to many people. And it was the biggest ever single arrest made of someone who, during the inception of a company in Ghana, was only deep in the country. And because of my knowledge in anti-revenue functions and so on. So I got him arrested. I brought those officers who overlooked some of the things, most of the things he was doing, because they never had an idea as to how to tackle that aspect of that job. And I brought up a charge against him, 33 counts, and he pleaded guilty on all the counts.
He pleaded guilty?
Yeah.
So he knew what he was doing?
He knew. And he was fined 250,000 cedis at that time, and they seized the company,
That was it?
Yeah, that was...
So here, you were rising through the ranks gradually.
I was then a superintendent. When this thing happened. And they posted me to Takoradi from Tema Harbour after this case.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon. From Tema Harbour to Takoradi City. I handled operations around there. And on the day, I've forgotten the date, but the day, what's the name of this guy? This boxer, Kote.
David
Poison.
Kote Poison.
Fourth guy.
Lopez.
I was posted to...
Danny Lopez.
Danny, yeah.
Yes.
I said, you are to go to Brong-Ahafo. So they posted me to Brong-Ahafo as second in command of the region.
Wow.
I was a bit surprised. Superintendent going to be in charge, be a second in command when assistant commissioners were around, and chief superintendent. The thing baffled me a bit, But when I got there, I think about 3 months after my assumption of duty, I was promoted with a retrospective effect to chief superintendent. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I handled that duty there from 76. 77, I was posted to Wenchi Division. Yeah, Wenchi Division, a very large area, from Wenchi to Nsoko up to Komidanso, Yeji, Tebubu, and all these points.
I mean, you speak so admirably about it, and you make me desire to be a policeman.
No,
and I know that these years that you talk about, even traversing the roads to these places was a nightmare.
Yeah.
But you took it cool.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Now, when did you finally get into the senior level of the police service?
Yeah, at Wenchi, I was promoted to the rank of assistant commissioner. And there I was to take the police group to Namibia, under United Nations. But that never went straight. South Africa came in
at the time,
and so I was asked to step down. But they brought me to headquarters to handle a crime. Complaint against police and investigation into police misconduct and so on at the headquarters, and to report to the Inspector General. I did that with the late Mr. Che, who became
the IGP.
Yeah, we did that together, and from there I was posted to Accra Division. That is ministries. Ministry police, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it covers the whole of that area. Jamestown, Dabraka, Nima, up to Nungwa.
And this is not the one opposite the former Kingsway?
Yes, that's also part of it.
Okay.
The whole of that area, yeah. But after that service, I was sent to Accra region now, in 1980, as the regional commander with the rank of deputy commissioner.
Right.
Yeah, I handled that place until the 19th. I was at the ministry when the 1979 coup d'etat came.
Yeah.
But having said all this, I forgot to mention the issues that made the authorities to push me into some committees. At Doma, I found that our wealth was being carelessly attacked by opponents from the Ivory Coast area. Timber, cocoa, etc. are being taken surreptitiously across the border, and that posed so much a threat to our economy. So I mobilized men to handle that aspect of smuggling. We stopped it, and in the course, I recommended that the boundary line was not very clear to the farmers and so on, because I don't know, I wouldn't use the word, I wouldn't blame that this was done by enemies from across. Mm-hmm. The pillar positions were disturbed. They removed certain pillars to far away points in Ghana. But an informer came over and he told me, come on, this is not a pillar position. He took me to the area. I saw where the old stump was. And when we engaged them in a kind of cross-border fight, unfortunately, somebody got missing amongst them. So they blamed me for that kind of action. And General Kutu Achampong, who was then in a Northern Command as the military commander of that sector, was sent by Busia to come over for investigation. He came, I took him round, and he recommended very strongly that the officer who did that job must be given a push, and that within Nkran Kwanta area, Kotokoso, Mahami, Mpesetum, concession, a very large concession where Ivorians were poaching our forests, cutting the timber of their choice. I boasted at that time, when I saw timber for the first time with my eyes, in that cluster, that if Ghana was cutting timber at the rate of 100 trees a day, there will still be timber trees for the next 100 years. Yeah. But literally, they know
that people were moving faster than you could think. So let's move to when now you started getting to the area where you started considering the possibility that you could go to the top of the ranks.
Yeah, when from Accra region, I think my heads were also looking at me as somebody who could
potential.
Come out to a point.
So which year did you eventually?
I think from the year. Look, let me talk about Kobra's prediction. Kobla predicted that I will make it to the top. When we were promoted and went to the mess, he
were you at the same rank or he was senior?
No, he was the IGP.
Yeah, I mean, he became IGP. Yeah, okay.
Kobla was IGP already. Yeah. So he said, when he was waiting us.
Was he IGP before or after Che?
Oh, Che was
much later.
Much later. Kobina, Aku.
Aku is the one I'm talking about.
Okay. Aku is, another a very nice officer.
Aku is the person under Champong.
That's right. So, Kobla predicted that you will hit the top. He said, when he was waiting us, he said, look, this eagle on your shoulder, he poured this elevation on it. He said, eagle, you are not made to feed from the ground. You must be in the air. The sky is your limit. Come on, rise. So my colleagues started calling me IGP in waiting. That's a joke anyway.
Yeah.
And in 1981, I mixed up well at the headquarters performing scheduled duties, Director General duties, responsible for this, that, and so on.
Yeah.
And after the events of the second coup, that is of Jerry Rawlings, it came very clear that some of us were asked to perform certain duties, within the area of police operation. I played my part, and I was recommended.
So which year?
In 1983, I came to the headquarters as I was promoted the Commissioner of Police. Yeah.
So in 83, you became the Commissioner of Police.
Yes. And then Commissioner of Police, the next rank was IGP, which came to me in 1986. 1986, yes.
Wow.
So I worked from 86 to the end of 1989, 31st December 1989. Then I bid farewell to the police.
But you became IGP, you were not 60 years at the time, were you?
No. I was, police, let me tell you about until the 1992 Constitution, 92, police compulsory retiring age was pegged at 55 for men and 50 for women.
Oh, I see.
Yes, but I worked for 55, very close to 56 years before I retired,
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And how was being an IGP? Were you drawn into politics at the time? Not partisan politics, but government issues.
I wouldn't use the word drawn into politics. As IGP, you are part and parcel of the politicking body.
That's correct.
Because even though you are supposed to be very, very independent, very, very independent, but that independence stops at a point. Because you are given an instruction within a political context. That order, you can't refuse to implement that order. Send men to block that road and prevent so from coming to do this. Don't forget, ours was in a revolutionary era, so it was more complex, and tight, if I can use that word.
But do you miss the police at times in your quiet moments?
Well,
not as in you want to go back.
No. You see, I understand the question. I quite understand you. Yes and no. Sometimes.
You care to explain?
Policing is not one sacrosanct thing you should say, this is how it should be done. Times change. Conditions change. The environment in which a policeman finds himself at the moment, for the time being, he operates within that environment. If Ghana government wants the Ghana police today to be shining like the star, they will start to shine tomorrow. If Ghana government says, I have nothing to offer you, make do with what you have. If he's having a blunt axe, he'll carry the blunt axe to be cutting a tree. If he's cutting the tree well, come on. Today, if they say Ghana has declared apartheid, police will turn apartheid.
I understand.
Yes.
Now, so having been an Inspector General of Police, and this is where we want to bring our conversation to an end, what do you want to be remembered for?
Something I think I have missed. Let me put it that way first. is the fact that the Ghana policeman, his performances can be compared to any police service in the world.
Really?
We are very good.
You mean if they choose to, or generally?
If they are given the opportunity to, they can rise to that height, very dizzy height. Check up our records from the United Nations peacekeeping and whatever we do. If we go on courses, our people are regarded very highly. The four of us on a seminar course, on a course in America, we were heads of seminar course, Group A, Group B, Group C, Group D. These officers asked, how do you do it in Ghana? And we always nodded with pride. You see, this service is, our people, we can go very high. We can go anywhere. We can perform very well. When I send men to Namibia, after their 6 months training, on attainment of independence, President Nkrumah asked Ghana policemen, among all the forces sent there, Ghana policemen should continue. He made an appeal to President Rawlings. And our men did 13 months there instead of 6 months. Why? We are very efficient. Let me blow the horn now. You know, we can reach any height. But do you know something? With very big respect to my people, the Anglo men who dance Agbaja, but the one who has the hunch at the back, if he's dancing Agbaja, don't say he's not dancing well. He's doing his best. He's dancing very, very well. But for reason of that unfortunate thing behind him there, you are not noticing it. That is exactly what is happening to our people today. You know, we can get to the top if they give us the opportunity.
A good one.
Yeah.
Good one. Look, I'm sure we can spend the whole day reliving your experiences and talking about your life and times in the police service as an IGP and what you saw, what you experienced. But time will not permit us. We've had so much already, and I think that we've been honored for you hosting us today in your home. So, Mr. C.K. Dewornu, we would like to thank you so much for giving us this honor and talking to us on the footprint.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know if I can make a footnote too.
You can, please.
Yeah,
please.
You see, there is something I detest about policemen, you know, who show lack of respect to members of the public. Policemen who lack civility to members of the public. They are doing it, and some of us who are periscoping their action from outside the arena, we don't feel comfortable. Yeah. We don't feel proud about them. But there are others who are very upright. They are doing well. But those miscreants in the service who are meat eaters, who are grass eaters, they must be very, very careful, and the authorities in the service must watch them critically and weed them out before they draw the police good name into disrepute. Yeah.
So thank you. You've been watching The Footprint, and I've been speaking with Mr. C.K. Dewornu. Mr. C.K. Dewornu was the Inspector General of Police of the Republic of Ghana between 1986 and 1989. It's been a pleasure coming your way today on The Footprint. My name is Samuel Atamensa. God bless you.